Divine, make a shine, yeah, and what we doing fine. Throw our hands up in the sky. What's up, brothers and sisters? As you can see on the banner, what Kanye, I just changed it up, but Kanye, salute to Kanye, T-Pain for this song. And it always made me feel good when I hear, y'all know I love hip hop. I love a lot of genres of music now. I've named them in the past. Jamaican, African, classical music, soft rock with a beat. I don't like that heavy metal stuff. Just kind of going through some genres I spoke on before. R&B, of course, blues, rhythm and blues. I'm talking about back in the day blues. When I lost my job, and then I got robbed. I like that kind of blues. Hip hop is my first love. That's why you always hear me talk about hip hop or play some hip hop and the hip hop stimulation, which we will have in the break. And I just like this video, and of course we all have seen it. I don't know how many years old. I didn't look at it, but it was just fun. Of course, this is when Kanye wasn't distracted by too many things, and things were, the way they're supposed to be, in one's opinion. But I did another podcast on Kanye, and I put it in the end screen, and on the banner it was Kanye and the other brother. I can't remember his name. He made the video with the brother that made Just to Get By. Man, I can't remember his name. If his name pop up during this podcast, I'll bring it up. But I did a podcast with, it was a song. It was from that video of that song, and on the banner was the buildings, because it was in New York, if I'm not mistaken. And the thumbnail was the buildings, like that was part of the video. Then the banner was Kanye, and God, what is his name? God dang it, I can't remember his name, because he got a very, I love his name. His name is dope. If anybody listening to this know who I'm talking about, made that song Just to Get By, dope song. I still listen to that song today, and it's in my playlist actually. And I spoke on Kanye in there. That I spoke on how I think Kanye's a warrior. There's a warrior in Kanye. Through the mix of the storms he has been through. The industry, and we know other things that has happened in his life, and there's no need for me to reiterate it. And I'm still trying to think of that brother's name. It's important that I remember his name, but maybe later on in the podcast I remember his name, because it's gonna be tinkering. You know how we thinking about something and we can't remember it, and it's tinkering around in our brain till we remember it. And I gotta remember his name. Would y'all remember that song though? Just to Get By, dope. And but I'll put it in the end screen. And this video, what I got on the banner here, this is I think this is when Kanye and T-Pain too, salute. But kind of focusing on Kanye, this is when it was fun. He was having the most fun with his craft, because we all know he can produce too. He can do beats, and he can rap, and has a very creative mind, very intelligent. He's a warrior within, in one's opinion. I think Kanye's a warrior. Kanye ain't going nowhere, so he has a very strong backbone. Khalid, it's popping in my brain. Talib Kweli. Forgive me if I'm saying his name wrong, but that's the brother name I was trying to remember. I told you I was going to remember it. It's important. I had to remember that because he a part of hip hop. Talib Kweli. So, which he got a dope platform too. I love his mind. I always appreciated Talib Kweli's mind. That's one of he's made many songs, but that song I love, Just to Get By. And it had Kanye in it. And Kanye didn't even rap in that song. He just appeared in the video, and I captured when it showed Kanye standing on the street, because this is of course that video was before I would say the industry really kind of affected him, quote unquote, and it was before all that. That's why I caught that. I wanted to capture that moment before other things started pulling on Kanye, because we get up in levels of awareness, and we get to studying and being seekers of knowledge. We begin to, as it say on the thumbnail, we begin to assess and reset, brothers and sisters. And what we learn in this life too, that I'm going to get to, current subscriber, new subscriber. Welcome to another EBX and Lord Lamont show. Thus, EBX discussion. Y'all thought I wasn't going to say that, was you? Yeah, but And salute to the supporters and people who ride along. Remember, we are leaders and teachers with a student spirit. We ain't no damn followers. We're changing that damn narrative. But this was on the banner and or thumbnail. I think it was a very fun song and fun video. And I love animation. I love artwork, cartoons and stuff like that. So, of course, this is going to draw one's attention. And we're going to get into it. General spell breakers, as Lord Lamont came up with, our fellow spell breakers. And salute to Lord Lamont, my children, my divine children, my biological children, my divine family, my biological family. Salute. May that great divine just be in our life. Keep us strong and keep us prospering. You know I got to honor thy ancestor, brother or sister, younger or older, far or near. That was a general that got many of us in that great divine space that we are in. Salute. Man, I love my ancestors and I thank them. I will never take it for granted, All right, because I know I talk about many things, but I got to keep it clear and I got to keep it real. I am a black man, so I understand things as many of us great philosophers do as brothers and sisters. We understand many things on this walk, but one thing that keeps us grounded in our divine power is never forgetting where we came from and who we are. And I am a black man, so it's like I understand things about, the white people and Caucasians and stuff like that. But I am a black man, so I will speak up for my black people. So, it is what it is. I'm like Tupac said, I didn't make this world. This world made me. So, that's what happens when we come into truth. We no longer give a fuck righteously. Yeah, but we gonna get into it. My generals, current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, I salute you and thank you, as well as family, biological, divine. Now we're gonna talk about the power of good. Now when I say the power of good, I'm talking about it's another meaning or a term for deflection. That's what I mean. Like something we don't need in our life, something that's wasting our energy, or I'm talking about nothing. Well, we know what it is, because once we get to a level of awareness or age or both, our discernment becomes heightened and sharp. We can feel before we see. That's beautiful to get to that space. But again, I speak on positive things and stuff, but I don't want to come off like these things are easy, because different strokes, different folks. Everybody's journey is different. So, but for me, myself, it was a little bit of a battle. And as I mentioned before, I was learning jewels along the way. And of course, divine protects us, male or female, brother or sister, when that force or mama nature has a purpose for it. So if we think back again, a little reflection, that's our divine evidence, so it's a reason that great divine has pulled many of us through fires to get us where we are today. Because I reiterate, I don't do coincidences. So that's what that means on the title, the power of good. We learn this over time, and it's good for our health. And you know what, I'm gonna mention two things that I think that is very important in the human body: our cognitive functions, and that can be anything in the body, from the brain to the nervous system to our functions, our body, our movements, muscles, you name it. And of course, eating habits, rest, that all plays a part in our cognitive functions. Reading, what we let enter our psyche. I would talk about that psyche. And the second one is our immune system. And in my theory and or opinion, always there's many vitamins that we should have in our diet. But, again, I'm not a medical physician, and I don't claim to be this expert in these things. I'm speaking off spirit and experiences. Orange juice. I drink orange juice like crazy. And it's got to be 100%. We got to read labels on things and, watch where we're shopping at. All these things begin to matter when we get up in levels of awareness or age, especially age, because we want to come into our golden years, gracefully, so we can enjoy them. We don't want to come into our golden years with drama and we have burnt bridges and been petty and selfish and narcissistic and danger. So that's choices is a mother hubba. That's something I taught my son. Ethan, even for me too now, because these lessons for also for oneself. That's why you always hear me say student spirit. Never lose that student spirit. Even when we have, we'll never know everything, but we can damn sure know enough. You know what I'm saying? And that's beautiful to do, but you gotta clear out all the distractions and be like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. So that's what I mean about the power of I'm good. And I've spoke on assessment and resetting. I spoke on these things before. I've actually done podcast or videos on that subject or topic. And we have to do this every so often. It's the same thing as when I say a divine invoice on ourselves. That's what assessment and reset is. Especially in I say person, place, things we view, see, hear, and feel, social media, the media, the usual. You gotta sift through this celeb shit that's out here. Of course, the P. Diddy thing, it's like wildfires everywhere. So we really have to pick through this life, person, place, or thing, and pick through it like a fine tooth comb. Real talk. And stay centered and stay grounded. Moving in a progressive way, but flowing naturally. Not desperate, none of that, Stay focused and clear, and keep our eye on that what I always say, that righteous divine spirit. I'm telling you, if we as brothers and sisters, human beings, if we could keep ourselves focused, I mean, it's okay to view things in the media, thus politics, things are important, of course. We want to, because I don't really do news, but I kind of breeze through it just to kind of, get an idea of what's going on in the world. But a lot of us who are deep thinkers, brothers, sisters, generals, spell breakers, we do things on our own. We do our own research. And I'm talking about outside of Google and that stuff too. Because I will admit, I look up things in Google too. But again, as you heard me say 1,000 times, I don't solely rely on Google or this AI shit. Because like I said, even the most intelligent brothers and sisters can get caught up without knowing it. That's the power of this media and their social media and this frequency. We even feel the frequency when we're not on social media. See, and that's awareness, brothers and sisters. So that's my advice I pass on to those who listen. Spell breakers, brother, sister, family. Keep ourselves sharp and very, very aware. Man, we can never be too aware. We can be cosmic beings. I want us to be cosmic beings. It's a purpose that some of us has been called for beyond the platform. Some of us are fortunate to have platforms, and some may not. So, because I always try to look at an overall thing, not just platforms, because that's what this social media do. It assigns us down to these little spaces. No, we are so much more bigger than these platforms. But again, it's nice to have a place of expression, to speak. It's wonderful to exercise our gifts, our crafts, our thoughts, our laughter, our joy. So that's the beautiful part about having a platform, that we got a voice, period. Because some people can't talk. We got people that can't talk. We got people that can't see. We got people that can't hear. So don't take seeing, hearing, and feeling for granted. Real talk. So, man, and know the power of good. And in other words, the power of deflection. Lord Lamont and I spoke on that, the power of deflection. That's how one really stays whole within, in that ultimate peace, when we can deflect things that we don't need, whether it's small or big. And I'm talking about person, place, thing. Like I always say, folks, treat this world like a noun and break it down. Person, place, thing. Now, if we can remember, that's where meditation comes in, because meditation keeps us keeps us from forgetting a lot of things and keep us sharp. Well as reading and eating right, getting rest. All these things play a part in our cognitive functions, in our immune system, and keeping us sharp. Mentally, battle the mental and battle the physical. And I'm telling you, you'll be on fire when we come into the spiritual. Because I say 1,000 times, I hate to sound like a broken record, we must conquer our human flesh. It's not a negotiation. We must conquer that human flesh and not get drawn in to things. Because again, I listen to speakers and stuff too. Some may have platforms, some may not. And no, it's some entertainment, some deep, some funny, because I listen to a lot of comedy. I love comedy. Again, even just, someone who's speaking, who's just a content creator, they might throw a joke out there. And I love a brother and sister who can balance like that. Not too stern, not too serious, but know what it is at the same time, because there are times in our life where we do, as I love to say, have to stand on business. But again, if we have been studying awareness and ways and sways of the world, we can balance joy, laughter, and fun and still be deep. That can be done. It's not impossible. And that's what being a cosmic being, because we are, brothers and sisters. Look at what the fuck we've been through. Look at what we've pulled through. So these times are just a little more dynamic. But as I love to say, the players change, but the game remains the same. Another thing, I'll reiterate, the devil tactics never change. It's just different ways, different people, different faces, different places, different things, And when we're paying attention, and we using that power of I'm good and assess and reset every so often, man, AI won't have shit on us. We have the real AI, ancestral intelligence. Salute, Professor Griff, because that's where I got that from. Yep. So that's why I got this on the banner. It was just fun, and that when I heard that song, it just makes me think of that I'm good. You know what I mean? Like stupid, petty people and things we run across that's just insignificant to what's really going on in this world. That's another thing we got to focus on. Two things we got to focus on. The enemy of this world, they're trying to shut down smart brothers and sisters who are aware. And the one main enemy is that one deep, deep within. We got to conquer that. Because, again, sometimes we could be carrying an enemy within. We don't even know. That's why we have to assess and reset every so often to keep ourselves on the righteous course. Podcast I did a couple days ago. And when the divine drops something in our spirit and we feel it, go with it. Whether it's speaking or, it's something we have to deal with on the job if we have one, or just something in general. If it's a divine feeling, go with it. And study many things we can about Mama Nature and that great divine. It'll just lead us from one thing to the next. Study about the universe, study about water. I learned a lot about studying about water. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, do some studying on water. I'm talking about the spiritual aspect of it. And also study Antarctica, because it has something to do with water. And I said before, I want to do that with Lord Lamont, though. We're going to do a podcast, and we're going to do some, first, he and I want us to do some research first, so I know a little bit about it. I don't want to just regurgitate what one heard. I'm going to really do some deep diving research on Antarctica, because it's just been tinkering around in one spirit ever since I did come across it on social media. And Lord Lamont and we did go into it, but I don't know enough about it, so, but that'll be on a further podcast. Maybe not the next one, but definitely somewhere down the road, because Lord Lamont, he's pretty good in that area. He's read books on stuff like that, and I'm really proud of him. Real talk. Proud of all young warriors out there, brother or sister, male or female, that's not getting sucked in by the toxic parts, the toxicity of this world. So pat yourself on the back if you good. You know what I'm saying? The power of I'm good. Real talk. And what it say on the thumbnail? Switch up our style. Go ahead and switch our style up. And it's beautiful. I like the words on the banner and the how it looks, because I love artwork, like I said. So, and this thumbnail, it just shows Kanye's creative mind. And T-Pain, I love T-Pain's. I love his music. He make great music, and very creative. And he can sing in real life without the auto-tune. I remember he kind of had that. I think that was kind of a controversy at one time. But I've heard him sing on video clips. He can sing, so. And I think even though the auto-tune can make your voice sound good, but I think when you can sing, it does make it sound that much better. But he can sing in real life. I actually heard him sing, and I love his swag. I love T-Pain's swag and his southern accent. I think that's dope, and just his whole swag. He got he got the coolest swag, real talk. And salute to him. And I had never really heard T-Pain in too much drama. So, I hope he's good, and all my brothers and sisters and family, know the power of I'm good. And that's just mean not saying we're good when things aren't. That ain't what I mean. I'm talking about I'm good on devilish shit, on things we don't need entering our psyche we see in this media. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I'm sick of this P Diddy shit. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. And that's why I'm saying don't never underestimate the power of this media. Cause sometimes it'll draw me in. You know how we be on YouTube and you look at the sidebar and that's all you see is P Diddy and 50 Cent. I'm sick of it, dude. I am. I'm sorry. I'm sick of it. It's something I've been studying, and many of us have. Some of us have been studying this shit for the last, me myself, probably for the last 10, 15, 20. I had like notions of the industry probably 25 fucking years ago. It's just that what a lot of us have been studying is out there now, but a lot of us already knew. So I'm sick of it. So that's what we gotta do. That's when that phrase come in. You know what? I'm good. Real talk. So, and it sometimes it can. If we don't have a strong mind and we don't know how to separate ourselves and pull ourselves away from things like that, because you can click on one episode about the documentary and the Diddy and all that shit, and then it'll keep you going, and you just be sitting there. You'll click on another one. See, that's where we have to draw the line, and assess and reset and focus on things that helps our cognitive functions, our immune system. That's why you hear me talk about it so much. And things that keep us right. Pay attention to our own lives, our children. And I'll even use myself as an example. I did have this habit that I had to kick regarding my son Ethan, and I'm trying to break this habit of when I tell him I'm gonna do something and do it. And and I've been doing pretty good, but I did this past Saturday. I did see him though, brothers and sisters. I did spend time. I spend time with my son, so I don't want people to think I don't spend time with him. I do. But I seen him like 2 days in a row, I think, and took him shopping and stuff, but I didn't see him Saturday, and I did tell him I was gonna come back over there and and chill with him, and I didn't make it over there. But I did call him and told him I was sorry for doing that, because I did tell him in the past that I'm gonna stop doing that, because we gotta take our kids' feelings into consideration. Because as I said before, I remember how I felt about my dad. So that's where the empathy comes in. We put ourselves in our children's shoes and look and view ourselves through their eyes. So I had to kind of check myself. I got to stop doing that. And I even told him that. I called him and I said, from now on, if I think I'm not going to be able to do something for him or something like that, I'm going to tell him, instead of saying, yeah, I'll do it, and then don't do it. And we keep doing this, and children will lose trust in us, and they'll get used to that. Like, well, Dad, I know he ain't going to do it. He always say, so I got to break that habit. And, and that's my advice to others. We got to break that cycle. I'm sure there are parents that don't do that. I'm sure. I'm talking about for some of us, and we don't do it intentionally. It's just sometimes we just, especially when we get, we working and kind of running a little bit, and we got to kind of get out of our head sometimes. So that's where the reassessment comes in, the assessing, and the reset comes in, and know the power of I'm good. So, and the power of I'm good is deflecting other things that keep us away from our personal lives. And that's a primary example I'm speaking on right now. So I called him and I told him, and just took accountability and told him I'm gonna stop doing that. We gotta quit doing that, because we'll lose that communication, whether it's the daughter or the son, And but of course, speaking on King Ethan at the moment, because I'm proud of him. He doing well too. I'm proud of all my kids, the divine kids and my biological, and the kids I've met volunteering. I'm just thankful for that great divine, for putting a purpose in one. Thank that great divine if one has a purpose. Family, brother or sister, general, in the world or online. Even if you don't have a platform. And if you don't know, well, everybody has a purpose. But if you think you don't have a purpose, or you think you don't know what that purpose is, just start learning stuff, seek stuff. What is it? We have to find a hobby that we like. What is it? A craft we like, and of course it can't be nothing bad now. Can't be nothing that hurt ourselves or no one else. But if we can find a craft or something we love, that's what we focus on. And it'll turn into a purpose. A small purpose can turn into a greater purpose. And again, folks, it's not always about having a social media presence. It's something I love to reiterate. Something I tell Lord Lamont all the time. It's something I bring up every so often. It's not how many views we get, it's who's viewing. It's not how many subscribers we get, it's who's subscribing. So that's the principle that EBS Cares live by. And because we have to stay balanced. Because I say this: we as humans, sometimes we don't know what's coming down the road. But if we clinging to Mama Nature and that the great divine, I'm telling you, we will get somewhat of an anticipation of what's coming down the road. We can get a inkling of what's to come. Because when we're ready, we don't have to get ready. You hear some of our most strongest philosophers say that, and that's real, brother or sister, family, male or female, in the world, online. So stay ready, mind, body, and soul, brothers and sisters. Listen to some good music. Stay learning. Always get into a deep meditative prayer. Get into those deep thoughts and don't just ask for things, as I always say. Great divine, Mama Nature, ain't no damn light switch. And it's all around us, not just in one space. I learned that about learning about water. I'm telling you, there's a deeper meaning. Water is powerful, and water is all around us, everywhere. And water will never go nowhere. Infinity, just like the sun, Mama Nature, great divine. Seen our kind, come and go. So learn a little bit about water. That's why I said I want Lord Lamont and myself to dive in deep on Antarctica, because it has a link, because water links into it. It leads into the depths of Antarctica. So that's what I learned about the real deeper meaning behind water, that cosmic things, divine, Mama Nature, divine things are all around us, up, down, side to side, all around us, not just in one space. And that's what great divine, Mother Nature wants us to see. That's where the cosmic being comes in, seeing over, above, and beyond. Not just in these little spaces. The evil entities that think they're running something, the weak as that be, try to keep us in. If we can get to that space, we won't get caught up in things. We assess things and keep it moving. And know the power of I'm good. Yeah, I'm telling you, a lot of us feel this, like we see toxic things or in person, place, or thing. We're like, you know what? I'm good. Or we see, or a call coming from somebody or a text or something. Or, I'm just speaking in general now. These are not specific things. I'm just giving examples, general things. Because these are things that some of us experience, especially those, those who have a huge platform. I'm pretty sure they probably come across some stupid things. It's unfortunate, but it's reality. We run across stupid things. So that's what I mean by I'm good. So that's what you say when you see things that's not right for our mind, body, and soul. Just think of that. I'm good. Or I'm good. I'm good. I'm using the power of I'm good right now. Thus, deflection, So that's what I mean by that. And every time I hear that song, that's why I got that on the banner and or thumbnail. I just like the bubble letters that was beside Kanye on the thumbnail. And on the banner, I thought it was dope when it showed this Kanye was holding the little frame with the picture frame thing, and he was passing it to himself and then T-Pain, and turn their faces different color. I love unique artwork. I love it. So yeah, because as I said, Lamont can draw. I can draw. My mom, Lamont's grandmother, she I don't know if she still draws, but I know she could draw real well. My daughter Andrea, my daughter Naya, I'm sure Elijah, he's probably artistic. I'm pretty sure he draw. Remember, Naya, Andrea, and Elijah, they all live in different states and cities, but as I reiterate, Naya used to make picture books, and she would draw the picture. It'd be like a 1 to 7, maybe a 7-page book or something like that. She would draw the little pictures like up in the corner. Then she would write a little paragraph underneath, and she would make like 7 pages. And I used to think that was so unique. And that's like crafty to take the time to actually make different pages. She would literally make her own little paperback book, and she would take the paper and cut it down to like the size of just a kind of normal regular size paperback book, and she would cut the pages down and staple them together. I never forgot that. And Andrea was very artistic. She could draw she could draw her soul off, you know. And she had her artwork and art contests and stuff like that. So, but this was years back, you know. And but salute to my children, anyone who's artistic, because I know content creators. Well, one content creator I know in particular that can, man, he draws with his heart and soul. You know, Lord Lamont and I spoke on it. So it's wonderful. And it's just, a lot of us have divine creative ability. Well, not a lot of us, all of us. As I always say, folks, it's just a matter of tapping into it. And again, it's not always about having no platform. Just start right where we are. I'm telling you, something divinely small can turn into something divinely bigger, greater, you know. Because going through the process is beautiful. Enjoying the journey, beautiful. Because when we enjoy what we do, wherever that is now, we talk about any gift, ability, and or craft. When we love what we do and we're not pushing, and we're not desperate, and we just flow like Mama Nature, I'm telling you, that's what brings that inner love, and it'll radiate on the outside. So, because we got a lot of warriors and spell breakers out here that's just radiating that divine warrior love within, you know, because we got to have that tough love too. We ain't talking about no soft shit, but a firm, empathic, general spell breaker, brother, sister, family in the world, online, you know. And every now and then, every so often, assess and reset. All right, we're gonna get to this. All right, we're gonna get to this hip hop break, as I always do. And I do got 4 spellbreaker statements. And oops, sorry for hitting the mic. I got 4 spellbreaker statements because as I said, folks, reading is good for the cognitive functions. And I got 4 spellbreaker statements and 2 summaries. And I'm gonna speak on that when I get back. And we're gonna continue speaking on I'm good. Divine will make us shine. We gonna be fine. So throw your hands up in the sky. Switch up a style. Go ahead, switch up a style. Great divine, make a life wild. I know that ain't the verse. I'm just making up my own stuff. Yeah, you know, gotta enjoy what we do though, you know. Because again, folks, I remember I used to, like I told my son, Lord Lamont, I remember I used to always try to be all perfect and this is EBXCARES and I got, you know, something to say and let's be positive, and sounded like a damn robot. So, you know, we get out of our comfort zone, of course, but be comfortable with who we are. We can get to be comfortable who we are. Not saying, I'm not talking about being comfortable in toxic things. We got to get through the toxic shit. Get underneath all the gunk, like I always say, and get to that great part of us, because it's in us, you know. All right, yeah. And throw our hands up in the sky and say, I'm good, you know. Yeah, but when we get to that, when we're comfortable with who we are, as I said, not comfortable in toxicity, not that, but being comfortable in our own skin, you know, and not needing validation from the outside. That's when we good, real talk. All right. The first song is Take Charge, and the second one is Sent to Do. And both of these songs I played before. And again, for those who may not have heard them, or a reminder. So let's get to the first song, which is Take Charge, brothers and sisters. So that's why we assess and reset too, to take charge of our life, mind, body, and soul, see, hear, and feel. In that beautiful, beautiful psyche. All right, let's go. Got to get everything in position. And take charge, brothers and sisters, family in the world, online. Be back after this.
Yeah, yeah. EBX to my generals. Salute to the bulls by the horn. Yeah, gotta take charge. Yeah, cause we moving on. And they know I got that grace. And I ain't in here trying to run a race. I'ma teach you something to make it do, and to make it true, to never lose. But you help me and I help you. Yeah, we never be confused. And I stay up on this rhyme, and I do this all the time. Yeah, I'm smooth in this this life and we don't ever grind. Cause I can teach thee, making sure that we can see our children in industries and see a family. Ooh, I got the things that come straight up from my soul. Trying to live my sisters and all of my bros. And yeah, we could keep on moving on. Stay up in the zone, take the bulls by the fucking horns. Woo! Yeah, take the bulls by the horn. Yeah, we gotta take charge. Yeah, cause we moving on. Brothers and sisters. Yeah, gotta stay up here on this mic. And I got these things I gotta say. There's so much insight. And you know I keep it in my mind. Gotta be one of a kind. And you know I keep on moving with that great divine. Gotta stay in alignment, yeah, with my brain. Cause we gotta stay smooth while we here on this plane. I do this, man, straight up off the dome. Check the bulls by the horn, man, we gotta stay strong. No fear, and I don't see it. I'm staying on this ground. And making sure I keep that fierce positive sound. I keep on doing this, staying in the divine zone. I gotta take charge, take the bulls by the horn. Woo! Yeah, gotta take charge. Yeah, cause we moving on. Brothers and sisters, I gotta say it. Yeah, I take the bulls by the horn. Yeah, we must take charge. Brothers and sisters, we moving on. Yeah, take the bulls by the horn. Brothers and sisters, to my generals, never give up. You know what I'm saying? We've conquered many things, so
Yeah.
keep going.
Wake up,
Salute.
music. Yeah.
EBX, yeah, take the bulls by the horn. Take charge, we going on. Salute.
Real talk. We moving on. Salute. Yeah, take the bulls by the horn, brothers and sisters, and forge forward. Once we get to a space when we aware, you know, especially the fires, we man, I'm telling you, let nothing take our wholeness or our inner peace. I learned that wholeness from brother Kwaku. It just stuck in my spirit, you know. That's why I say everything and everyone I have learned from, whether it's family, brother or sister in the world, online, it stays in my divine memory bank. And it's not that I like take what they say and use it. No, I incorporate it, you know, and it's like taking up a torch and passing it on, you know, and making sure others are good. You know what I'm saying? Assess, reset, brothers and sisters, you know, and stay on fire out here. And tell that devil to go sit his ass down somewhere. Devil don't stand a fucking chance against a divine warrior and or general. So know what we sent here to do, brothers and sisters, and stay on it. And we are some cosmic beings. Be back after this. Sent to do, you know, and that's what this song is about. I talk about what I'm sent to do in this song, but this song is about what are we on this planet for? Do we know what our purpose is? Are we an ally? You know, are we seekers of knowledge? Are we trying to learn? What's in the belly of our subconscious? All right, be back after this. Sent to do.
Yeah, brothers and sisters, answer our calling, whatever it is. Remember, we have many great divine gifts. There's no such thing as giving up. Stay tough. Salute. Yeah, know what we've been sent to do. The great divine sent me to lift me and you. Let's go, let's go. That's what I'm here to do. Yeah, to lift me and you. Yeah, I don't want us to lose. Yeah, that's what I'm sent here to do.
Great divine.
Yeah, what I'm sent to do. Yeah, to lift me and you. Brothers and sisters, what I'm sent to do. Yeah, I don't want us to lose. Yeah, I'ma stay up on this mic and I get that insight. And I'm never looking down, too busy looking to the sky. You know what I'ma make a see and a children, a family. I speak on these things, man, on every beat. And I never will be lost, and I never go off. I'm staying fierce and hard and never soft, but I stay calm. I'm not like Vietnam, never blowing up. Yeah, I'm thankful for my mom and my dad to make my love last. I'm so thankful for what I got and what I've had, and this is what it took. I'm sitting here to save you and lift you. That's what we must do. Make it through. Woo! Yeah, that's what I'm sitting here to do. Yeah. to lift me and you. Yeah, I don't want us to lose. Brothers and sisters, I'm sitting here to do what I'm sitting here for. To lift me and you. Yeah, I don't want us to lose. And my family too. Brothers and sisters, I mean we gotta stay fierce. Make sure that we here. Ain't got no time to be sad or shed no tears. But if we do cry, it'll be okay. I'ma give it that truth. Don't lie, be pure and say what with me, all up in my soul. This is how we see, and we stay up on the go, and we stay up on the toes. EBS cares, yeah, I got that love, and I'm spreading it everywhere. I'm here to do. To send here good news, yeah, cause I don't want us to lose. That's what I'm sent here to do, thinking that great divine.
Real talk, thinking that great divine. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, sent here to do, to lift me and you. That's what I said in that song. Real talk. So let's get back to the old mojo, brothers and sisters, spell breakers, and we're gonna do the summaries first, and then we're gonna do the spell breakers last. And I'm gonna salute you, divine warrior zone, to your divine life. Spell breakers, family, brother and sister, in the world, online. All right. Okay. We gotta have the old mail to the jail. All right, let's get it. Leaders and teachers with a student spirit. Let's get to these summaries about assessing, the benefits. Now, we all know what assessing means, but I just want to get into our subconscious. And like I said, reading is good for our cognitive functions. So let's get into it. Brothers and sisters, leaders and teachers with a student spirit. Remember, we ride along with each other. We ain't no damn followers. We're changing that damn narrative. Let's go. Assessing provides crucial insights into strengths, weaknesses, and progress, enabling targeted improvement in learning and performance for individuals. Not for people, for ourselves. We're doing it for ourselves. By informing instruction, setting goals. Let me see. Organization, informing instruction, setting goals, boosting motivation, righteous motivation, and guiding data-driven decisions for growth, better maintaining standards. Better maintaining standards. It's assessment overall, mind, body, and soul, see, hear, and feel. And that wonderful, beautiful psyche, because that's the center of everything, as well as our soul, our psyche. That's the center of everything. What we hold in our subconscious, no matter how much you try to hide it, as I love to say, Mama Nature and that great divine will pull it out, whether it's good or bad. So what do we carry in our subconscious? How can we find out? Assess and reset, brothers and sisters. And then we can get to that stage where we can say, I'm good. Yep. All right. But it could take a lifetime to get to that. Because as I say, I didn't quite get it until I turned 50. 50 is the threshold. 50 is the pivotal point in our lives, as I love to say, the fork in the road, so to speak. There's so many sayings. We'll see where we've been and where we're going, so because that's when it really matters, when we get up into our golden ages. All right. Next summary. Identify strength and weaknesses. Pinpoints what we do well in areas. It pinpoints in areas where we do well, in areas where we need work. That's what assessment does. Yeah, but we have to take time to do these things and not be so lost in social media. Take time to pay attention to our body. Real talk. So, all right. Provides feedback. Offers concrete data for self-improvement when we assess ourselves. Motivates and directs. Helps set clear goals and track progress. Boosting engagement. Notes this. Yeah, okay. Boosting engagement. When we do engage with brother, sister, family, because we right within. When we're not carrying toxicity within, and we just, again, before we even get to the deep spiritual, I'm just talking about an upright human being with morals. So when we're right within, we're able to see toxicity in others. See, that's the only way to really see. That's how we sharpen our discernment. When we don't have toxicity within. That's real. That's why I said conquering the human flesh is the must, because that's how we'll see into others, so, and that's how we can say I'm good. Real talk. And some can be taught, some can't. So that's where that discernment comes in. Like I say, empathy is a beautiful thing, but we have to balance that empathy, because as we say, unfortunately, some people take our kindness, the rest. All right, so that was it on that breakdown of the summaries, and I hope I didn't fumble that too much. Hope you understand. But a lot of us know what assessment mean. I just wanted to kind of dive a little deep on it, and because it was one time I didn't think about this kind of stuff, so but that's what assessing and reset is all about. Like I say on the thumbnail, and switch our style up, not like switch our style up. I'm saying that because that's what's on the thumbnail. And now when I say switch our style up, not be something we're not, just new wave thinking, not thinking the old traditional way. If it's something that betters our thinking, our mind, body, and soul, so that's what I get from switching our style up. We get rid of the old ways and we come into the new divine ways. So that's what I mean, for the better. When I say switch our style up, for the better, Yep. And especially when you come to toxic individuals, you definitely got to switch up around them. Well, we don't. We maintain and deflect them. Like we say, I'm good. All right, let's get into some 4 spell breaker statements for the spell breakers that's listening. Current subscriber, new subscriber. Again, Lord Lamont and myself, we thank you and salute you. And we, EBXCARES, as well as Lord Lamont. All right, because he's a very giving, empathic brother too. But at the same time, he don't take no shit. All right, and I mean that righteously. It comes a point sometimes in life, as we learn, sometimes we got to let person, place, or thing know where we stand. And it's not about being hard or being no gangster. It's about being true to oneself. I've said that many times before. So let's get it. First spellbreaker statement, number 1. Know our divine power. Conquer our human flesh. And the rest is history. Real talk. Spellbreaker statement number 2. Learn new knowledge that benefits our mind, body, and soul. It's a must. I'm telling you. Because we do things to maintain the peace and the wholeness we have come to. Once we build that righteous fortress, we have to keep seeking knowledge to keep it maintained and sustained. Because there will always be, it's unfortunate that it's negative forces out there, but it's just keeping us aware and not paranoid. As many of our great philosophers say, brother, sister, family, again, learn new knowledge about oneself that benefits our mind, body, and soul, and we'll radiate, that good vibration off of us even before we speak. All right. Spellbreaker statement number 3. Keep righteous tunnel vision. Again, that goes back to the I'm good. Keep righteous tunnel vision on this course. Stay on this journey. Things will try to pull us away, social media, person, place, thing, etc. Politics, celeb, you name it, those who haven't dealt with themselves, so it's things all around us, but we can be that still oak tree in the middle of all this crap. And again, it's a lot of oak trees out there. Study the oak tree. I did a podcast on that. It's somewhere here on Lord Lamont and myself channel. It's on here somewhere about an oak tree. Oak tree can withstand any storm, through any storm, so be an oak tree. Righteous tunnel vision, brothers and sisters. So always keep that righteous within. That's how we can see toxic things on the outside and stay vigilant. Please, I'm begging you. All right, righteous tunnel vision. That was number 3. Last but not least, spellbreaker statement number 4. Nothing or no one is bigger or greater than that great divine or mama nature. Period. Facts. I don't give a fuck what it is, how much influence one has, money. Nothing is more powerful than that great divine and mama nature. And that always centers me. Because sometimes, like I said, the human flesh is a mother hubber. The human flesh will creep into our thoughts. It'll creep into make us want to have self-doubt, stuff like that. Stay away from shit like that. Discouragement, danger, danger, danger. Stay away from shit like that. Real talk, I mean it. So again, When we feeling down about something or something discourage us from person, place, thing, no. Center back to our meditation. Get to ourselves. Study divine power. Again, those fires we blaze through, brothers and sisters, that's our divine evidence. So don't never let nothing get us down, because nothing, again, I don't give a fuck what it is, person, place, or thing. Nothing in this whole wide world is more bigger or greater than that great divine and Mama Nature. And that's facts, and I'm standing on that. So that's what keeps us centered. But when we think of these things and being positive and know that we are cosmic beings, it's not about being better than anyone. No, we're in the business of building generals, remember. No one's better, just different. You know, that's something that's a principle I live by. So that's what was in one spirit. Just wanted to encourage and stay away from toxicity, subtle or aggressive, you know, because the subtle can turn into aggressive, because I want those to be warriors out here. So thank those for coming in to another EBX and Lord Lamont show. Thus, EBX discussion, where I talk about myself sometimes and collaborate with Lord Lamont. But again, look for a father and son discussion soon. Yep. And thank those that's been riding along. We thank you and we appreciate you, fellow spell breakers, because we breaking all these toxic ass spells out here. Real talk. And stay with it. And as I also like to say, those of us that are we all are cosmic beings, as I said, just got to tap into it. But I'm telling you, those who are aware and on fire and powerful out here, great divine, Mama Nature, just getting started. You know, the powers and the things we have conquered in this life as brother and sister general, man, we haven't even touched the tip of it's just the tip of the iceberg of the power that we possess. You know, it's beautiful. The human spirit is beautiful. A divine human spirit is beautiful, man, when it's in a brother, sister, family, general in the world, online. So you know, every now and then, like I said, brothers and sisters, every now and then assess and reset so we can stay on fire out here, so we can be aware and be sharp for our children, our youth, as I said a minute ago, by having accountability, you know, because I too have challenges. I don't want to make like I don't have challenges sometimes and things I do. I got to stay on top of myself too now. So that's why I always say keep a student spirit, brothers and sisters. And as long as one got breath in one's body, I will always be led by that great divine and Mama Nature. And be thankful and salute the warriors who ride along and listen to me and Lord Lamont, because we are very appreciative. We don't take having a platform for granted, because again, there are those who can't speak or can't see or heal. So or hear or heal, real talk, because one definitely has to heal if we're healthy, mind, body, and soul, and begin on this righteous journey. But again, folks, we have to conquer that flesh. The inner enemy have to be conquered. It's not a negotiation. Then once we clear and got our subconscious clear, and we out here flowing in life, and we on fire, and we are the generals great divine has called us to be, and anything that try to approach us as brother, sister, family, we'll finally know the power of I'm good. Salute.
Thank you.